everyone, Evan from HIMedia here, and I have a quick question for you. Why do words matter? Let me explain. In the last video, and by the way, you can go watch Sean's video right here. Why cancel culture should be canceled is, well, the problem I find is people. A long time ago, the internet used to be a second place. It used to be a second home for ideas, and you could be a different person. You know, I think back to people who are more country inclined, the old song Online by Brad Paisley. You know, you could be so much cooler online. You know, I'm not playing the song simply because I don't want this to get struck. But the reality of the situation is the online space has always, especially with the advent of the deep web, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth, you know, the only place you can be truly independent is loading up a VPN in the Tor browser and going to Tor social media sites. But you have to pay to be on those, because when you're not paying anything to use the service, you're the product. Period. When you write something on Twitter, Facebook, post an Instagram picture, all those things are extensions of your public self. I saw this one chick on Twitter talking up her freckles and posting a picture of how pretty she looked, and then immediately under that, her husband was blasting her for being in a married man's bed and ghosting him and her son, who was in the hospital. And she put her stuff to private, and they're roasting her ass on Instagram as we speak. You know, at the end of the day, you know, people are still treating the internet like you can just shut it off and it goes away. It doesn't. You know, you have to be on the internet to apply for a job. You have to be on the internet to do anything now. It's having a cell phone is not a luxury anymore. It's mandatory. You have to have a cell phone to do anything really at this point in this world. Nobody yeah, you most certainly could have a Rolodex and a day planner, but you know, if somebody says, "Here's my Instagram, let's connect," like most rational young business people do, you can't, it's not feasible. You know, nobody, if people are always in a rush now, if you bring out a planner and write down somebody's number, they're going to look at you funny. Somebody did that with me once, and they were my age, and I looked at them funny. Like, not to judge, but it's like, when you have Google Calendar, the ability to put all your tasks, your calendar, and even do storyboards and stuff all within one ecosystem, or whether you want to use Microsoft it doesn't matter. There's no reason, you are the odd one out, and you know, Kevin Hart had these decades old tweets. You know, at the end of the day, the right wing and the left wing mafia, if they don't like you, they're gonna find something and they're gonna dig. You know, if you look on my Facebook account, my personal Facebook account, throughout my entire teenage years, I posted cringe and awful stuff, things that I don't agree with anymore, don't believe anymore, and it was bad. It was very, very bad. Things that I probably would not get a job if somebody saw them. But I evolved and became a different person. I also deleted everything on that old Facebook. Why? Because it is not representative of who I am. It is representative of who I was, but because, again, the right and the left-wing mafias, respectively, if I went in front of either of those groups, I'd get nailed, just like Kevin Hart was. The internet is the extension of who we are as people. Your resume is on LinkedIn. It's on Indeed. Your entire life is on display. And here's the thing. If you don't have those things, congrats. But the problem is you can't control what other people have of you on their posts. And you also have no control over, you know, eventually you have to have certain things on the internet to do anything. A Google account. Google probably has a very perfect display of metadata of who I am. And there's nothing I can do about that. I give this as kind of like a question I want to see people talk about in the comments, but I also say it as kind of a warning. If you have anything, now or in the past, that you think could hinder you from getting a job, it could hinder you from having an opportunity, it could do anything like that, delete it. Nothing, if you feel as if it's worth saving, put it on a hard drive, a physical hard drive, and save it. Other than that, don't worry about it. If the most secure place you can put things that you want to keep but you don't want to compromise you is on a hard drive in your home. It'd have no copies on the internet. That's really just it. And you have to conduct yourself in such a way that it's not a problem. Sean, and to all my viewers as well, I have a question for you. Why do words matter? Why do your words matter? Why does word choice matter? I say it's because what you put out into the world, no matter whether it's online or in person, can come back to reflect you, no matter how long it's been. Conduct yourself as if, I try to conduct myself personally as if someday whatever I say could come back to bite me. I don't put anything in writing that can be screenshotted and shared that I know would hurt. I don't send anything to people I don't trust. For those same reasons, I never take selfies of myself, ever. I took one selfie of me laying my head on my lady's rear end, while she's wearing a thong, and that was fun, but I deleted it almost immediately. You have to conduct yourself appropriately. And and words matter because because if you use them poorly and in the wrong settings, it can affect every bit of opportunity you have. You just don't know it yet. And is that Orwellian? Maybe. Is that unfair? I'd say so. But life's not fair. And it's just something that our generation, the Gen Z, is truly going to have to deal with the repercussions of. Sean, I'll see you on Sunday.